Every conversation in the luxury hotel stopped. Hundreds of wealthy guests turned toward a young waitress whose simple blue dress had just been ripped apart by the CEO's glamorous girlfriend. The woman laughed, believing no one would ever defend a poor waitress. But she never noticed the silent billionaire standing only a few steps away, watching everything. Sometimes the greatest power doesn't arrive with loud words. Sometimes it walks in quietly, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal the truth. And when kindness finally speaks, cruelty has nowhere left to hide. Before we begin, welcome to Heartline Stories. If stories about kindness, hope, and unexpected justice touch your heart, please like this video, subscribe to Heartline Stories, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps us bring more inspiring stories to people around the world. Emily Parker had worked at the Grand Crown Hotel for almost 3 years. She wasn't rich. She didn't drive an expensive car. Every morning she caught the city bus before sunrise and smiled at every guest who walked through the doors. Her mother had taught her something she never forgot. Kindness costs nothing, Emily, but it can change someone's entire day. Even after her mother passed away, Emily carried those words in her heart. That evening the hotel hosted one of the biggest business celebrations of the year. The country's top executives, celebrities, and investors filled the grand ballroom. Every employee had been warned that perfection was expected. Emily carefully carried a tray of sparkling drinks across the room. Near the stage stood Victor Collins, the young CEO of a powerful technology company. Beside him was his girlfriend, Vanessa, a famous social media influencer known for expensive fashion and an even bigger ego. Vanessa looked around the ballroom as if everyone existed only to admire her. When Emily politely offered them drinks, Vanessa barely glanced at her. "No thanks," she said with a cold smile. "Just don't stand too close. Cheap uniforms ruin expensive photos." Emily quietly nodded and continued serving other guests. A few minutes later another waiter accidentally bumped into Vanessa. A single drop of juice landed on her designer handbag. Vanessa exploded. "This is unbelievable." Before anyone could react, she grabbed Emily by the arm. "You people are all the same." Emily looked confused. "It wasn't me, ma'am." "I don't care." In one angry motion, Vanessa grabbed the front of Emily's dress and ripped the fabric straight down the side. Gasps echoed across the ballroom. Emily froze, desperately trying to cover the torn dress with her apron. Tears filled her eyes as guests stared in silence. No one moved. Most people simply looked away. Vanessa laughed. "Maybe now you'll learn your place." Emily wanted to disappear. Then a calm voice broke the silence. "I think she's already shown everyone her place." The room turned toward the entrance. An older man wearing a simple black suit walked slowly across the ballroom. Few guests recognized him immediately because he rarely appeared in public. But the hotel owner certainly did. He hurried forward. "Mr. Harrison." The entire room suddenly became quiet. William Harrison wasn't just another guest. He was one of the richest businessmen in America. More importantly, he secretly owned the investment company that controlled Victor's corporation. Victor's face instantly turned pale. "Mr. Harrison. I didn't know you were coming." William didn't answer him. Instead, he walked directly to Emily. Removing his expensive suit jacket, he gently placed it around her shoulders. "No employee should ever be treated this way." Emily whispered, "Thank you." William smiled kindly. "I've been watching you all evening." Emily looked surprised. "You smiled at every guest. You helped an elderly couple find their table. You comforted a little boy who was scared after losing his parents for a few minutes. You even gave your own dinner to the dishwasher working overtime." Emily lowered her eyes. "I was only trying to help." "I know," William replied. "That's exactly why you deserve respect." Vanessa suddenly interrupted. "She's just a waitress." William slowly faced her. "No." His voice remained calm. "She's the kindest person in this room." The ballroom became completely silent. William turned toward Victor. "Tell me something." Victor swallowed nervously. "Yes, sir? Is this how leaders allow people to be treated?" Victor looked down. "No, sir." William continued. "I've spent 40 years building companies. Do you know the one quality I value above intelligence?" Victor remained silent. "Kindness." He looked around the room. Money can build businesses. Talent can create success. But kindness builds trust. Without trust, every company eventually falls. Then he shocked everyone. "Victor, effective immediately, your position as CEO is under review." Victor's eyes widened. "Sir, please." William raised one hand. "If you cannot protect the people serving your company, you are not ready to lead one." Vanessa suddenly realized her mistake. "I'm sorry." William gently shook his head. Real apologies come before consequences, not after them. The next morning every major business website reported the incident. But something unexpected happened. Instead of focusing on the scandal, people across America celebrated Emily. Thousands praised her calm dignity. Former hotel guests shared stories about her kindness. One elderly woman wrote that Emily had secretly paid for her dinner after learning she couldn't afford it. Another family revealed Emily had spent her own lunch break comforting their daughter during a medical emergency. The stories never stopped. A week later William invited Emily to his office. She nervously sat across from him. "I don't understand why I'm here." William smiled. "I have an offer." Emily listened quietly. "I've started a new charitable foundation that trains young people entering the workforce. I need someone who understands compassion better than business." Emily looked shocked. "Me?" "Yes. I've never managed anything." William smiled. "You've been managing hearts for years." Tears filled Emily's eyes. "I don't know what to say. Just keep being yourself." Months later Emily became the face of the foundation. She traveled across the country teaching companies that respect isn't measured by job titles. At one conference a young employee asked her the secret to changing the world. Emily smiled exactly the way her mother once had. "You don't change the world by proving you're better than others. You change it by reminding people they matter." The audience stood and applauded. Some were billionaires. Some were waiters. Some were students. But in that moment, everyone stood as equals. Because kindness never asks how much money someone has. It only asks how much love they are willing to give. And perhaps that's the greatest lesson of all. The clothes we wear will eventually fade. Wealth can disappear overnight. Power changes hands every day. But every act of kindness leaves a mark that time can never erase. So today, choose kindness even when no one is watching. Defend someone who cannot defend themselves. Offer hope where others offer judgment. Because the smallest act of compassion may become the biggest miracle in someone else's life. Thank you for watching Heartline Stories. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a little hope today. Until next time, remember that kindness is the richest gift anyone can ever give.